Things are really heating up between Israel and Iran, and you need to prepare for this, because if you don't, you're going to be in for a complete shocker and surprise. Okay, well, in case you missed it, Iran has launched a second wave of ballistic missiles over at Israel. Now, I want to remind you guys, the first time that Israel did this to Iran, there was a massive reaction on the market. XRP went from over $2.30 per coin all the way down to near $2. Of course, that's very fresh in your guys' memory. I don't need to remind you. Now we have stage 2 of the conflict. We have Iran that is now responding to this. And once again, Israel's making some very interesting statements regarding this conflict, which gives us a really strong hint as to what their priorities are and what they are looking to target. Now, with that being said, I'm not going to play too much clips of, this missile strike, all that kind of stuff that's happening. All you need to know is the missiles did indeed hit Israel. This is a missile that you're seeing on screen right here. I'm not going to show you guys it exploding or anything like that, but that is indeed what is happening here. It's a pretty crazy situation. It's 100% confirmed, and Israel is making a number of different statements. This one was made just 1 hour ago. They said that they're going to strike Iranian oil and gas refineries. Now, obviously, one of the largest catalysts for the price of a lot of riskier assets to go down is oil and gas. Now, why is this? Well, when oil and gas goes up, cost of living goes up, because everything that you buy and consume requires oil and gas somewhere along the supply chain, whether it's directly involved in producing and making what you're consuming, or if it's transportation, because it's coming from somewhere else around the world. Everything needs to be transported from point A to point B. And so, yes, the price of oil and gas going up due to it becoming more scarce, with one of the largest producers of oil and gas no longer able to do that because Israel is striking them, the gas refineries. That's a pretty big deal, and something that definitely begs the attention of everybody. Now, we've already seen the effects of Israel's initial strike on the prices of oil, barrels of oil, crude oil. It actually caused them to skyrocket a few percentage points, which is insane considering this is something that is traded internationally, and it takes a lot to move oil. Let's just put it that way. Right? And this is very normal behavior. I want to make this very clear. At the start of every single conflict, this generally happens. Oil prices go up, the price of stocks and the price of crypto moves down almost instantaneously, and then it's generally followed by a massive V-shaped recovery. Okay? And it looks like we're in the midst of this V right now, kind of on the way down. And once again, XRP has the ability to very quickly tumble below $2 per coin. Right now we're trading at 212, so there's still some ways to go. But this is what's going on right now. This is all of the most important geopolitical events that are going on. We have a rapidly escalating conflict between Israel and Iran. US tariff rates are near the highest level since 100 years. Federal Reserve is delaying interest rates. The 10-year note yield is rising back, 4.5%. Oil prices are up nearly 40%. And a worsening debt ceiling and deficit spending crisis, and yet the S&P 500 is still 2% away from its new all-time high. So despite everything that's going on, the S&P is holding incredibly strong. And another really important thing is, generally speaking, the S&P will move first, and then the crypto market will follow, or Bitcoin will be moving right alongside it. That's why we've been seeing Bitcoin get a lot of positive momentum, despite XRP not really moving that aggressively. But there's a very strong indicator as to why that's going to change very soon. Number one is, of course, the Bitcoin altcoin season indicators. Pretty much all of them are pointing towards the fact that we're in Bitcoin season. But as you can see from this chart, there have been multiple times where we've been in Bitcoin season, and it's very sharply and quickly escalated towards being an altcoin season. We've had this happen in 2024 multiple times. We've had this happen, of course, at the end of the year, back in November, December of 2024. And right now, we're just preparing for the next alt season, okay? Because the moment this happens, whether it's this month or next month or the month after, you're going to want to be positioned. Because if you're not positioned, well, look at what happened in November, December for XRP. I don't even need to tell some of you guys, but I know some of you are new. You've joined sometime in the last 6 months in the XRP army. 5x gains, 6x gains. I think that's very likely to happen again. That's my opinion. I think it's very, very likely to happen again sometime within the next couple of months here. And so that is what I am preparing for. These short-term fluctuations, yes, they can be scary, especially if you're newer to the crypto space, but it's very normal. This has happened so many times previously. And I'm putting my money where my mouth is. I want to make that very clear. Buy. And I have 2 trigger orders open. If we go below $2, I am buying, okay? And I am going long, meaning I am betting that the market is going to go up and I'm going to profit immensely if it does that. You know, buying these dips on these red days with all this fear and panic short term has served me incredibly well. It's made me money I never thought I would be able to make in my life, which I am extremely grateful for. I thank God every single day. I'm truly blessed. And yeah, all of you guys who are watching this, you have the option to take charge and change your financial destiny as well, and get this information for free. My countless years of trading and seeing conflicts happen, whether that was Ukraine, whether that was the Palestinian, whether that was what's going on right now with Iran, you name it, I have seen pretty much all of it at this point, and how the crypto markets react to it, and kind of how to behave. And so one thing you'll notice is I always buy on red days, and I pretty much always sell on green days. And that is of course easier said than done when you don't know all the indicators, like the stochastic RSI, like the FBB, like the altcoin versus Bitcoin alt season indicators, all that kind of stuff. But once you get the hang of it, it's a lifelong skill that can consistently make you money. At least that's what it's been for me, and I'm very, very grateful for that. So with that being said, yes, you absolutely need to be careful when it comes to crypto. You never want to do anything without doing your own research first, getting in and understanding the markets, how they're going to behave, how they're going to react. But once you get a good idea of how they work, and you can do that completely for free by joining my Discord, well, you're going to have a pretty good time here. And yeah, Israel and Iran, I'm not going to speak on the politics of all of this, but whether you like it or not, the markets are going to react to this, and this presents an opportunity in the short term, okay? And we don't get these opportunities often. I want to point back to these charts just for 1 second here. Go to the daily charts, and just give you guys a couple of examples in recent history right here. One example is right here, right? The 1st of March, 2025. Just a couple months back, not too long ago. You can see the stochastic RSI here was oversold, meaning strong buy signal, very strong buy signal. If you went long 5x on this day and you sold any time during the next day on March 2nd, well, guess what? Single day, 34% gains. Multiply that by 5. That's 150% gains in a single day. I was trading this day in my Crypto Crusaders group. We bought somewhere around here on the 27th of Feb to March 1st. Somewhere in that period of time, we bought a couple of times. And my trading history, you could still see, even back then, we bought back then. If you go on my free Discord, you can see for yourself. And then we profited immensely right here, right? We took profits on the screen day. Absolutely phenomenal stuff, right? Same deal with what's happening right here. The only difference is we're now trending and going down towards being oversold. So I'm buying on the way down. I don't care if I have to buy 5, 6, 7, 8 times. I'm going to do it. I'm going to buy every single red day. And the moment we are getting out of the oversold position, well, guess what? I'm positioned. I'm ready. I've been preparing for this for weeks. And then I'm going to take that profit, baby. And if that's 150%, well, I'm going to gobble that all up. Thank you very much. So yeah, very simple. It sucks what's going on in the world. I wish it wasn't happening. I wish wars didn't exist, but that's not the world we live in. So hey, let's do our best here. If you want to join into Crypto Crusaders for free, go to my website, link down below. Follow the easy process. You have to sign up using my links here. So make sure you sign up using my links. Don't just register using a pre-existing account. You're going to get booted from my group, okay? BitUnix or BTCC. Sign up. Click here on whichever one you want to sign up on. Both are awesome exchanges. I trade mostly on BitUnix. And then you can deposit and then submit your email and exchange user ID in this form. And voila. That's really it, guys. You get access just like that email to you within a few short minutes once we've verified your user ID. And you can start looking at my trades, following them, and just having a good time. So with that being said, much love to all you. Thank you for watching today's video. Smash the like and subscribe button if you enjoy the content. I'll see you soon. Peace out.